So Sheena, you're coming back to Chile. How does that feel?
It feels wonderful. Every time I've come, I've had such a great reception. People have been very loving and kind and warm. And I'm hoping this time will be the same. It's the band and I talk about it. We travel all the time and we work all over the place. And we talk about the fact that the atmosphere when we come to Chile in the room is electric because audiences there are very present. They participate. They let you know how they feel. So it's going to be a good thing.
Great, that's amazing. You came to Chile to the Festival de Viña in 1984.
Mhm.
What do you remember about that? How was it?
I remember being overwhelmed at first because the audience was so huge, and I was early in my touring career, so I wasn't used to such a big audience. I got very nervous, but then the audience kind of like protected me. I could feel the audience helping me. Like there was a support, there was an energy there, and so the more I sang, the louder they got, and the happier it became. And I think I could feel that they wanted me to do well. So it gave me confidence. And I think I gave a much better show because of the audience's support. So that was my introduction to audiences in Chile. And they've never let me down since. I've always been so kind.
That's nice. And is there something you remember about your travels to Chile? Like, I don't know, something like food or a place that you
Yes.
went to? Yes?
Well, we never have enough time to vacation. You come in, you do the
Yeah.
show, and you leave because you always have another show that you're going to right after that. But I do remember the food is incredible and the wine is the best wine. I
Yeah.
think people talk about French wine. I say no, wine from Chile is the best wine. So the wine and the food. And I remember when we were in Viña, walking along the coast and the beautiful beach and the beautiful coastline and just how pretty it was there.
Yeah, that's lovely. And would you go to the Festival de Viña if they invited you again?
I would definitely come back. It would be interesting performing there again after all these years. So if they asked me, I would definitely consider that.
That's great. We'd love that, definitely. And Gina, so you have this amazing career and you won a Grammy for Best New Artist. How did that felt at the time, and how do you see it now?
At the time, it was kind of mind blowing. I wasn't expecting to win it, to be honest. I think every artist feels that. You look at all the other people nominated and you think, well, why am I nominated? These guys are better, you know? Um, and I was shocked. I remember being kind of stunned about it. And I look back now and it's a nice thing. I'm proud of it. I something that happened in my life and I appreciate it. And but it's not the most important thing to me, but yeah, it was nice to be recognized, especially as a young kid.
Yeah, and do you see it differently now, like in a more mature way? Like,
Um, yeah, I realized that as you get older and you go through so much in life, you realize how many of the wonderful things that happen to you and the successes that you have could have gone a completely different way. You look at the opportunities you have, the people you work with, all the elements that have to come together to make something happen, and how if one thing had maybe changed, that wouldn't have happened. So I don't want to sound cliched, but as I get older, I feel more blessed and I feel more appreciation for uh, all the things that happened early on in my career that allowed me to still be out there traveling the world and performing today.
that's amazing. I think that was like something very important, like in women in music. At that time, not many women had won Grammys, so I think it was a huge deal for me. I don't know.
Yeah, well, nowadays there's a huge, women power happening right now. You can see it with all these artists that are just dominating the music field. And of course, as a female, I like to see that. It's nice. Um, so yeah, back when I first started, it was a bit more unusual. And also, I was coming over from Britain over to the United States, and that was even more unusual. There weren't as many people doing that then. Now I think the world has become a much smaller place. We are more exposed to music from all over the world, and it's opening doors for people and from different countries, and that's a good thing. It's good that we've become more global.
Yeah, that's completely true. So going back to your future concerts in Chile, what can we expect from them? Any surprises?
Well, you can expect to hear the hits that you're expecting. The big hits will be there. I'm not going to disappoint. If it's your favorite song, it's probably be in there. And then there'll be a few surprises. Every year, the band and I get together and we do a couple of new arrangements, maybe of songs I haven't performed in a long time. We'll put them back into the set, or I'll put a new one into the set that I've never done, because I have a lot of people that come to see my shows that have been many times. So it gives them a little something different to listen to as well as the hits.
Cool. And I have another question that's not related to this, but do you know any Chilean singers?
Yeah, I would mess up names if I tried it, so I'm not going to embarrass myself for
That's
that.
okay. That's okay. But can we do like a round of like quick questions? Like, what's your what's your favorite artist right now?
Uh, my favorite artist right now, well, the person that I'm listening to the most right now is an artist called Teddy Swims. He has a great voice, and I'm hoping that he breaks wide open. Of course, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. Who isn't? I mean, please.
At
I've
this
been
point?
listening. Yeah, but I mean, I remember when my kids were little and I was taking them to school, and I would always play her in the car. And I liked her since she was singing, Teardrops in My Guitar, when she was doing the country stuff. I was like, oh, this girl is so cute and so talented. And look at her now. She's a mega star. I like different people. I like Billie Eilish. I love Adele. Adele's got a beautiful voice and writes beautiful songs. I could go on and on and on. There's a lot of people.
And is there a song that you're playing on repeat right now, or something
Um,
stuck in your head?
Paint My Bedroom Black is getting played a lot in my car by Holly Humberstone. It's got a great groove, and I really like her. She's a new artist too, and she's good. I like her.
I love that. Um, yeah. So, can we expect new music from you? Do you think?
Nothing planned. I made a point of stepping back from recording for quite a while so that I could focus on my family and be more available to them, be focused more as being a mom. I could get away on the weekends and go do concerts and come back and be there for schoolwork and everything else. Um, and I like my life like that. I like the fact that I still work an awful lot. I still travel a lot, still perform constantly. But I don't have that pressure of having to be in the public eye, having to be, constantly available to TV and making new music and just the craziness that goes with that.
Yeah.
I had that for a long time, and I decided that I wanted more balance in my life. And that's what I have now. I have real balance, lots of music, lots of fun, and a good a good home life. So I like my life this way.
I love that for you. So how many children do you have?
Two.
Two. And you live in the
Yeah.
States, or did you go back?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I've been living in the States so for a very long time. Since like 1982, I moved to the States.
oh,
So my
that's great.
kids were born here and raised here, and they're grown up now. They're in their late 20s.
Okay.
So yeah. I'm an old lady.
But you don't look like it. Sure.
I am.
So yeah, thank you for everything. This was very great and nice. Thank you.
Thanks. I appreciate you taking the time, and your English is wonderful.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Thank you.